thank you very much for joining me here in Cairo, in Egypt. You finished your bachelor in 2011 and you're now working in the Swiss embassy here.
Yes.
Very in the downtown of Cairo. What would you say? The Swiss and the Egyptian culture are very different, but one thing that we could learn from each other.
First of all, thank you very much for having me here and having this interview. Yes, I graduated from HSG in 2011 and have still fond memories of that time. What connects Switzerland and Egypt? I think there's quite a lot. What many people don't know is that, for example, the saints of Zurich, the three patrons of Zurich, Regula and Exuperantius, they are actually Egyptians. So they came in the 3rd century and they are now the saints of Zurich, but people have forgotten that they are Egyptian. So there are links, but in this modern time, also there have been in the 20th century quite a big Swiss community here in Cairo, and it has unfortunately phased out a bit, but I think there's quite some things that we Swiss can learn, and there's also things that the Egyptian can learn from us. And I think politically speaking, diplomatically speaking, the connections are really good, and there's a good exchange on all different levels.
Very nice. So what do you like best being here? Is it the food? Is it the people? What would you say? What makes Egypt special for you?
It's an amalgamation of many different points. The people are very sweet, very loving. I have met very nice people from all walks of life. I have met princes, well, you shouldn't say princes nowadays, but people belonging to the last royal family of Egypt, which was ousted in 1952. So from aristocratic people to the sweeper on the streets, I have met many nice people, and I could learn a lot from them. The food is quite nice. I'm a vegetarian, so I really get my money's worth here. There's a lot of vegetarian food, and yes, culinarily it has been interesting, but culturally it has been very nice. And being in the diplomatic profession, you get to learn a lot of people from very interesting people from all walks of life, and that's something very worthwhile. Yes.
When you think of Switzerland, is there anything you really miss here?
Yes, I miss Switzerland a lot. There's my family, my friends, the mountains, and yes, but I try. For the moment I'm here, I will be back in Switzerland on the 25th of July. So once I will be in Switzerland, I will enjoy it again fully. But for the moment I'm here and I'm enjoying fully my time here. So I try not to be. Of course, nowadays with our means of communication, we can always be in contact.
Yeah. When you think back of your time at the HSG in St. Gallen, what do you think of? What comes to your mind?
Dear friends, it is truly so that you get to know very nice friends during your times of study, and some of them you carry on your entire life. So I've heard by elder people. So it's the people. It's also some work attitude. It's not so much what I have learned in terms of actual content, but it's an approach how to do things together, how to learn, how to organize yourself, how to do work in project work, to get together with friends, together with sort of co-students, and this is something that's helpful. So it's the people side, and it's also the how to organize yourself, how to work. It's something that has benefited me a lot.
And when you think of current students, or students now at the HSG, what advice would you give them?
Well, the advice that I would give is very much influenced by my life and how I choose to continue. So I started on the classic way with consulting, and very quickly I deviated from it, and I started to do. I did another studies at the University of Zurich, and I did a lot of different work experiences within business, outside of business, and it has benefited me a lot. So what I would suggest to people who don't feel 100% that it's their vocation to be in one of this classical banking or consultant or something like that, to really spread their wings, learn very diligently, work very hard. But this world is so much full of opportunities all over the place. It needs people who can organize, it needs manager. So whether you actually use your managerial talent in a classical HSG field like consulting or banking, or whether you go to Jordan and help manage a refugee camp, managerial competences are needed in many places, and many places are badly managed. So it's very worthwhile to think broadly out of the box and
do what you like.
Do what you
basically,
like,
yes,
and there's many places where the skills learned at HSG are very needed, and that's what I would say.
Very nice. So thank you very much, Simon, for joining me here, and also for showing me around, making me find the best juice bar and falafel sandwiches and a lot more. So thank you very much, and I hope to see you soon in Switzerland.
Yes, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.